Alright, this is Brian. This is a message for, Hegney, this is a message for the Knights group. Listen, I'm having so much fun with this. I want to show you what I did. Number one, I got it to work a little bit so that I just did the first two moves, right? It checks up and over one, checks up and over to the other way. And also you notice I made a little blinking material because that might be more helpful than just a static one. It's not as ugly. It's kind of like a very light green. I can always change that. That's a material instance the way you guys are already doing that. Now once I click there, it does move it, and it doesn't have the next two moves though, because obviously the one in front of here is not proper and the one in front of here is not proper, so it doesn't necessarily show that. I could do a little proof of concept and select these, come on, select maybe these three, hold down Alt, let go, Alt, let go, and kind of move this forward a little bit. There we go. And now if I click here, yeah, it keeps working. Oh, baby, so awesome. I am so happy with that. Obviously, it doesn't work here because there's nothing there. That's great. I want to show you what I did and like why I'm so thrilled with this. Number one, I made it even better than it was. This is, I should actually cover all of this and call this X up, Y right. There. Because that's essentially what's going on here. This little thing is actually a group of things that they reset the checker location. So after each false, it resets checker location, and so that it continue again. And then it prints a string that's like nothing. This is where I'd have like step 1, step 2, step 3, and then it resets the gate. I wasn't sure if I needed that step. I wonder if I can take it out. Actually, let me see if I can take that out, just to see if it will actually work better. And it's because I have these three booleans, is tile, is gate, and go, I think I was having issues. So yeah, it works perfectly. Works fine. Okay, good job. So I can take that out. No, that's good. I wanted to know that. Come back here, open that up so I can take this out. So these two things reset the checker. Now here, remember that extremely long thing we had? Oh, it used to be here, X up 300 tile, X up 600 tile, Y left 300 player, and then this stuff, right? All of that stuff is now this small. I can see it right here. And if I move it, let's see, I could possibly even move it closer together. If I go like that, go like this, move this like that, move these guys like that. Because my goal is to have a less complicated blueprint. Something that makes a lot of sense. There, look how small that is. I can get the entire bit even visible. Look at that. Look at that. I am so happy. I'm going to select all of this, tap C. Now this is X up, Y left. And it's pretty quick to do this. In fact, I could actually, now that I think about it, for the most part, no, I couldn't do that. Sorry. Just talking. Just let's see how fast I can do the next one. So this is also X up, Y right. So I can actually get rid of all of this. There. And now again, this is x down, y right. Okay, so let's see how I can do that. I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and now I'm going to say this is x down, y right. And the way that I structured this, because this is a function that says, oh, I changed this. This used to be in here, if you recall, this, I added this pin, the breaking the vector and saying, hey, I'm going to change the x by positive 300. Well, I attached it to this function input that would use an integer. And so I realized I don't have to call this function x positive 300, because guess what? If I want to make this go down, I'm going to delete this positive 300. I made an integer negative 300. So I have negative 300 or positive 300. Since we are working with squares, I only need those two integers. In fact, I can delete this 600 integer. So it's pushing in negative 300 in x. Again, I'm going to delete the same thing for the negative 300 for here. Set the y spacing. This is going to go right, so I actually need to set that to positive 300. There we go. It's still delaying, and then if it's setting the material, this is an insane little, no, this isn't insane. I think I went over this the last one. This is where it like checks to see, it checks it again to see if the checker is overlapping something with a tile, and in this case it actually changes the material. I have to cast to the overlapped element and grab its static mesh that I know it has and change that material. That was the only way I could do that. But like, this is it. That was easy. Let me see if this actually works. All right. I haven't hooked it up to anything else, but let's see. Now with the new function, oh yeah, let's go here. Oh, look at that. Down, down, over. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know why this is being... Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Why is that happening? Okay, so I have to figure that out. Not sure why that's working. Or that's not working. I'm going to pause it and see what I did. Okay, so yeah, I fixed it. It wasn't anything bad, and so it's a good lesson to learn that if your software isn't working right, it might not be that you did something terribly wrong. All I forgot to do was, like, I pasted this functionality here, or all of this stuff. What I didn't do was reset the checker location after anything got turned into a false, okay? So that's obviously resetting the checker location is important. Could I have set the reset checker location into each one of these? Possibly. Maybe I should have done that. Like in set x spacing, maybe I should have said if it's false somewhere here, instead of going to true, under false, I could have said reset checker location in here, and that would have worked just as well. Again, it's what makes sense to you. Will it actually make it faster if I do that? I'm not sure. I could test that out next time, but now it's a really easy fix, because guess what? Wait. Yeah, so guess what? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just excited. There's two things I wanted to talk about. The last thing I did was, remember, it used to say reset tiles, and it used to say set clickable to false. Well, I can't do that now because the only tile you should set to false are tiles that were set to clickable. So if I had said under reset tiles, if I had just said set clickable to false, well, guess what? This resets, why? There was something bad about that, and I think it was because, oh, I also need to reset the materials, right? And so, oh, if I only want to reset, why was this? What was going on here? I forgot what the issue was. Well, now I'm sorry, I can't remember, but it was a problem that I had to come up with over the last hour or so. And what it was, I have to actually get all of the actors of class tile 00. Oh, I know why. Because if I click on... Ah, yes, that's right. If I click on just one of these tiles, or if as I clicked on a tile, like this one, that's what was going to say reset tiles. I actually need to reset all of them. So in that case, what I need to do is say get all actors of class, and I have to tell it the class tile 00. Then I'm going to drag out here this array, and it says for each loop. And then what that's going to do is go through each and every single returned tile 00. That's what this for each loop thing is. And the loop body is what it does to each thing. And so it's going to set it to unclickable, and I grab the array element and hook it up to target. And to get the set material, what I did was I dragged this out from the array element, and I said set material, and I get to choose whether it's the box, the checker, the static mesh, and we know that it's static mesh. That's the material I need to reset. So this reset material is not resetting it from dragging this, it's resetting it from the static mesh of this element in the loop. Okay, and so I'm setting this to main. Now the for each loop has this completed. Once it's done doing that for every single one, it's going to come back and say, hey, plug it in there. Now, will I make this faster if I say get all? Now I can say get all actors with tag. Oh, no, I don't. I can't really get all actors maybe with, wait, matching a tag query? No. I was wondering if it was possible if I could get all actors that have a certain material. That would have been helpful, and then reset that material. But let's just do them all. And then it resets itself. Going back to saying, hey, is there a knight on top of me? And if so, run this. So this is going to only run this function for one tile instead of all, like, hundreds of them. And so that's going to be extremely helpful. This is so much fun for me, I'm going to want to do the entirety. I might play a video of me doing all of them so you can see how fast it's going to be. All right, bye.